here?
Is that a LaCroix?
It is a aha.
So yes.
All right, can you guys hear me?
I was joking, but I've heard some things about you lately that we're gonna have to get into here. I'm a little
What? That I like sparkling water?
mainly. Sean, what's going on? Can you just not do Bluetooth? Try to not do Bluetooth, maybe? I don't know.
Speak.
Hey.
Speak.
All right,
I'm
I can hear you.
What did you do?
I don't know. It was a weird thing with I don't know. We'll get to that later.
Get to
They
that
call
later.
they call me a boomer and they can't operate their own product. Wow. Are we live? Is this happening?
We're live.
We're live.
We have Laerton on.
Nice. What's up, Laerton? Who else we got?
That's it right now. It says 2 watching, but that's it right now.
We're gonna be down 1 because Brian's actually on here.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
What's up, everybody? I'm Brad.
I'm Sean.
I am in Nashville, Tennessee. I've got my toys behind me. My villains over here are flanking me. And who's this guy? Who's this other guy? And where are you, Sean? And who's this guy that's on the screen with us?
Well, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm in my office. I got my books, movies, Baby Groot's right there. And we are joined by one of my closest, oldest friends. He's might as well be a brother at this point. You want to introduce yourself?
Hey, everyone. My name's Brian. I am in Detroit. I am joined by this lovely white paneled wall. And very exciting. Very excited to be here.
I didn't even know Detroit was still a city. I thought it was gone.
Yeah, either did I, and I live here. So
Sorry to all the one person who's in. Oh, it's you. You're the only person we know in Detroit. So what's everybody drinking? I'm drinking kind of a sweet vanilla cinnamon tea with cinnamon added to it. John.
All right. Okay.
I've got some water in my cup here. I also have a beer on the side.
Oh,
That's a first for me on from a distance, but Brian just brings it out of me.
I guess so.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking an aha that is basically LaCroix, and it is lime watermelon. Aha.
So you're a woman. Got it.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we're doing something totally different tonight. Sean was feeling lazy about editing. I am lazy, and we decided we were going to do our first ever live free-for-all review. And the movie that we're going to be reviewing tonight is Extraction. It just came out, I don't know, 5 days ago or something like that on Netflix.
Yeah.
It was like number 1 on Netflix last couple of days. And a lot of people were talking about it. And so that's what we're going to do. No, there's basically no rules except for just try not to talk on top of each other. No structure. We're just going to yammer on for 8 or 10 minutes or 50. Just see how it goes. But I don't know. Let's start up with our up thumbs. Or I guess, Sean, you want to just give a quick synopsis about what this movie is?
Yeah. I was super excited about this movie when I first saw the trailer. It's just an action movie starring Chris Hemsworth. It's produced by the Russo brothers who did Endgame and Infinity War for the Avengers, and it's directed by a stuntman from those movies of all people. It's his directorial debut, and what it is there's this drug lord's son that is kidnapped, and he hires this mercenary to go and get his son from these other drug people, and it's just an extraction based in India, and it's all-out war in the streets of Little India.
Well, I'm glad I asked you and didn't. If you had asked me to give the synopsis, I'm like, it's a movie. It has Chris Hemsworth, and you like totally unrehearsed, just basically like wrote the thing on the
Yeah,
Netflix.
pretty much.
I mean, were you impressed, Brian? What were you gonna say if I asked you?
Honestly, not as good as Sean, but somewhat close. The big thing would have been India. I think that was the biggest surprise for me was seeing one, how well they did it, like just shot in India. Like that's so insane. Me and Sean were talking about this, but something along those lines.
Me and Brian have both been to India separately, but we've both been there.
Was it actually in India?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
I know. Very fun.
So let's kick off some up thumbs. Don't give all your stuff at once. Let us go around the little circle or triangle, whatever this shape is that we're in on YouTube. And Brian, what was something you loved about this?
Man, honestly, I've really loved seeing Chris Hemsworth as a straight up Australian. Like, I feel like that was the first time we've actually gotten to see him represent his own, nationality on screen. I think it was really cool. Fun fact, the opening shot with him, like where you see him in Australia in the place called the Kimberley, I actually lived there for a little while. And so that was kind of crazy to see that. But it just, I don't know, just very cool. I really liked that part about it.
So where have you not lived that's related to this, or been to that's related to this movie?
Maybe Nashville. remember the cut scene from Nashville that they yeah. No.
Something, yeah, that was weird to actually see him be Chris Hemsworth a little bit. This, I guess we're gonna go around the circle and give plenty of time. I don't know how to say this. This was awesome.
I totally agree. It was so sick.
And what was awesome about it, and this is all one thumb, okay? Like, this movie is made for people like me. I am from the 90s. I don't want a plot. I want murder. I want killing. I want to see stuff blow up. And this was like perfect. This was just, I don't know that I've ever seen. I mean, I think he killed more people than John Wick has killed in any of his single movies. I mean, he's just like, hey, nice to meet you, and he's just gun face the whole movie. Like, yeah. I don't know. This movie was basically made, I think, with just only me in mind. So I'm glad you guys also ended up liking it as well. What about you, Sean? Did you go to sleep? Okay.
No, I love this movie as well. Everything that you just said, it's an awesome action movie. The editing style, that was super cool. Some of the action scenes where it was one take, they made it look like it was one take while they're going through the streets and these small corridors. It almost reminded me of John Wick, and me and Brian had kind of said something like John Wick mixed with The Revenant. That's what I got from some of these action sequences, because that was a one take movie as well. So I really loved that. Just the brutal intensity of some of these scenes. That rake, the head of that rake going into that dude's face was brutal. And I thought the acting was great. I'll just put that out there.
Yeah. What do you add to that, Brian? Or add another thumb?
I mean, can we just talk about Indian Steven Seagal for a minute? Like, can we just put that out there?
I think we should.
That dude was amazing. I was blown away. First Sean, what did we say? Who'd you say that he sounded like or looked like at first?
Well, yeah, you had said that he looks like Vincent from Pulp Fiction. John Travolta.
Yeah. I mean, the main, Brad, it was the main. Come on.
I can get with that.
Oh, wait, really quick. I had to add, me and Brian were like using the app Marco Polo the entire time we were watching this too. So it was like we were watching it together. Yeah. So that was me and Brian were talking about, and eventually we landed on this Indian guy who's kind of an adversary throughout the movie. He's an Indian Steven Seagal.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I feel like it was very, very appropriate.
but he has, yeah, except for not like in bed with the Russians. So I feel like that might be the one thing that set them apart.
Yeah.
But what else? What other? There's just a lot. I think that you guys hit the big ones. Yeah, the acting was definitely acceptable. I have a couple down thumbs that I those are already like lodged in my head. But man, it just oh well. Are we? I guess this is gonna be spoilery. Okay, you guys have both seen it already, right?
No.
Okay, gotcha. The last shot. I mean, are we gonna discuss the last shot of the movie?
That's a great point. I actually have a very good. I don't know. I think I might have a little monkey wrench into what's happening.
Go, just throw it in there.
I think I don't think it was Chris Hemsworth at the end. I don't know why. I remember like watching it like as it was happening. I was thinking the other guy with the brown hair and the sniper guy. I don't remember his name. But there was the other guy that was a part of that whole thing. Remember, he was kind of like in the last action sequence. It looked like it was him, and it did not look like Chris Hemsworth. And it looked like.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Keep going.
Well, like my initial thought was it was his dad for this like a split second, like that's the happy ending.
Yeah.
Out or whatever, able to get free, and now they were like back together. But it was like a split second of it's his dad. And I was like, wait a minute, could that be? No, surely not. But I was talking to a friend today. Shout out to Keith if you're there, and he pointed out, the whole point. I mean, what was the point of the scene with him in the water in the beginning if it wasn't to foreshadow some nonsensical thing at the end? If it didn't foreshadow something else, so maybe it foreshadowed that he was somehow stayed alive under the. I don't know, but
I don't know, man.
I'm leaning toward it was him. What about you, Sean?
I'm saying he's alive, and I'm saying we're getting sequels. I think that this is going to be a Netflix franchise that we are going to get every year. I'm calling it now.
Every year, I need that
every year.
How many bullets can this guy take?
I mean, as long as they're not to the dome, I get. I mean, they can get as close as they want, right in the neck, the jugular, but that's about as long as it's not up on the head.
So then, what's your theory? It didn't hit the artery? Like, is that just
either that or this is a crossover and he's actually Thor?
It's his origin story. His origin story, if you don't mind.
Origin.
It's a better origin story than I think the first half of the actual Thor movie. So there's that. But that's just definitely me. Not a big Thor fan. I really liked seeing him not be Thor. And I feel like the further he gets away from Thor, the better he's gonna be. Because as Thor, I don't really like Thor that much. I like Ragnarok. The other two movies didn't do much for me, but I feel like we're getting a glimpse into add another guy. Like for me, I love what the heck, Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
Love him because he only does those kind of movies that I was talking about. I want 90 action. I don't need a lot of plot. I need action. We need more action in our life. And so I hope that he can, like, if this is a Netflix franchise, I'm good with that. And they can bring it, like, make it crossover with the Expendables or something. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Or just a crossover with Angel Has Fallen.
Dude, Gerard and Chris. Come on.
All right. Hey, somebody's got to keep us on track. I think that we like this movie. We had a lot of up thumbs, but do you think we should go to the down thumbs?
I think we should. That's where I was heading since I'm in charge. I'm just kidding. Are there any comments? Do I need to eat broccoli again to get people to actually engage? I could eat this little toy.
We've got some comments.
500 people tell me to, I will eat this toy. What do you got in comments? For me, Sean's frozen.
Same. Now he's not. There he is.
Oh. Back to life. Oh.
Hey. Oh, there
Can
he
you
is.
guys hear me?
Yeah.
Now.
Sorry, I didn't catch anything Brad just said.
He said, what do we have in the comments?
All right, yeah, comments. We have, I hope I'm not saying this wrong, Zeke Neon or Zek. I don't know. He's asking about what our other reviews are. So yeah, I've been telling him that we reviewed Dragon Ball Super recently, some Marvel, DC movies, stuff like that. I would like to get into gaming, but we have yet to do that. And then we've got Laerton and Ricky in there, staying strong. But nobody's seen Extraction, I don't think. So it's a shame because it's probably my favorite Netflix movie at the moment.
So
I would definitely say it's the best Netflix action movie. It's not a lot of good ones in my opinion.
Pretty bold, Sean.
It is, and I stand by it.
Now I got it. Okay, movie, Netflix movie.
I mean, all I can think of is like the one with Ryan Reynolds that came out like a little while ago.
Triple Frontier.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds was not in Triple Frontier. You talking about a different one?
Okay, well, there's a couple action movies. Which one's the one that had Oscar?
That's
whatever his
Triple
name
Frontier.
is.
This was
That's
definitely
that one.
That was like, let's make a generic movie. That's what that was. But like, I can't jump on that bandwagon quite yet. But I do know that I lost my lighting. I think something burned. I think there was almost a fire. Yeah, I should have let it burn, and then I at least would have had light from the fire. Yeah, it's dark in here now. Okay, so down thumbs. Let's go. I'll go first because I do have one. The attempt at plot was unclear to me. I don't know how they took, like, this was so basic and somehow managed to have characters that looked identical. Like, why did we do this? Like, why do you have to have two long-haired guys? They did not have to do that. And so I felt like the dad dynamic, I don't know what the dad's relationship was with curly-haired bad guy, the main bad guy. Up thumb for that teenager, though. He was crazy. The dude who cut his finger off. That was awesome.
Yeah, he was insane.
Up thumb, get it? Because his finger. Sorry.
Nice.
And so, Sean, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sean is sitting there. Okay, cool. So down thumb for me on piecing the plot together, even though it was very, very easy. And then I didn't understand, look, whenever Steven Seagal came, it really seemed like he was trying to kill the kid and Chris Hemsworth. I think I missed I missed something in there that explained, and my friend was trying to explain to me today, like, why was he killing the kid? And then, like, it was like 2 sentences to explain, like, what happened to the money. I just missed something. Maybe I'm dense. I definitely am dense. But what about you guys? Any issues with the plot or anything else?
Oh, when we were chatting through this movie, just, it was, I feel like I kept asking Sean questions. He kept asking me questions. It was just a continual back and forth of like, wait, but why is he trying to kill the kid? And then eventually it gets explained that the kid's dad, who's the drug dealer in prison at the beginning of the movie, was going to kill his family if he didn't get his son, basically.
Right.
But then you're confused because you think that he is trying to kill the kid, and then it's just this whole huge thing, and it got really messy at some parts. You're like, what's happening? Everything I'm seeing is awesome, but it's just super confusing.
He shot a lot of bullets to be making sure he didn't hit that kid. And I didn't understand how the police totally all those police guys. Like, I thought that they were like not just police. It seemed like they were like some kind of special force that was doing. I don't know. Like they could have taken something out of the movie that would have helped, or they could have like just put in a little more dialogue, slowed down, like and explain. I don't know. Maybe I missed something.
Yeah.
Sean, can you?
No, I
you got
mean,
anything?
I think that you're completely right. Me and Brian had the same questions when we were watching. We had no idea what happened in the mix of everything.
Yeah.
You know, why? Yeah, because I didn't understand if the bodyguard was trying to get the kid back without paying the mercenaries, or what happened. So I think that it was just all jumbled together, but in the end, I didn't really care because I was just to watch some good action.
Exactly.
What about when they were like, "Hey, here's David Harbour. Hey, here you go."
Dude. Oh, it's great. Just Hopper joining in on the fun. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in there for like 2 seconds for no reason, really. Just to give a little taste of betrayal.
And I don't even think that what he did ever even came to fruition. Didn't he just like who? I can't remember. Did whoever he called like finally show up or didn't they just? Oh wait, no, they showed up. Just seemed like their fight was good.
It was,
yeah,
you know,
it's cool.
That's what it all comes back to. Like we're putting out these things that didn't make much sense, but at the end of the day, you didn't really care because you had some really solid action.
Very solid action.
The action style was freaking awesome. Let's give our thumb ratings. Let me think for a second. Now, you can't do it on a Netflix sliding scale. It's a movie, okay?
Yeah.
It's a movie. It has to be judged against all other movies. So, who's got their thumb rating lined up?
I can go first.
Okay.
I'm going to give it an 8 thumbs up out of 10 because this was really, really solid on the action scale. Probably my favorite Netflix original movie. I thought that Chris Hemsworth was great. The action scenes were just phenomenal. And I want to see a trilogy, an Extraction trilogy.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
All right.
I'm going 8 thumbs, man. Just the action style. Like I couldn't debate if I was going to go higher or lower, but I'm going 8 thumbs on this one. The action style, just the number of kills, man. And just knowing that we're going to end up back on that bridge and we're going to see, how we got to the bridge and then whatever was after. Very basic storytelling. And I thought it was freaking awesome. I think there was a couple of times where I was just like last night I finished at like 11:30 and I was like making manly grunts and noises at the movie.
Yeah.
So I want to see more from Chris Hemsworth. That's not Marvel. I want to see him, spread his little wings. So I'm 8 thumbs. What do you got, Brian?
I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna join in on the fun, guys. 8 thumbs. Same thing, Brad. I was like, maybe 7, maybe like 9, and just 8 just feels great. Chris Hemsworth won this movie for me. This movie was so much fun. I remember when it ended, I was like, man, that was awesome. Like, I just can't. That's the last great action movie I've seen. I like even before that, it's been a while. So it just felt fresh. It was really fun. A lot of kills. Just gritty action. That's all you need.
Think about this. This dude took out the entire Indian army.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
By himself. He had Steven Seagal for a good bit, but dude, by himself.
Yeah.
An entire country's army. So also, Chris Hemsworth permanently leveled up for me whenever he was when he was the best part of the all female Ghostbusters movie. The guy was the best part of the all female Ghostbusters movie. So he leveled up permanently for me on that one. Yeah. I got to get a little. And
does he just keep climbing that ladder now?
I think so. I mean, he was in a little bit of a pit after Thor: Dark World. Not his fault. Not his fault. But
Ragnarok was fun. I like
Ragnarok, Infinity War. He stole the show in Infinity War for me.
Was that Fat Thor?
No.
Oh, that's Endgame.
He
Yeah,
stole
yeah,
the
yeah.
show in that one too. He's good. I'm a fan.
Well,
Yeah.
cool.
All right,
You want to wrap this up?
Yeah, so I guess our average, our thumb rating from a distance. Thank you, Brian, for being a first time guest,
Yeah.
and hopefully we can do more stuff together, and you can be part of the team, man.
You.
So we are 8 thumbs. Sean, you want to say bye to Brian and let him sign out, and then you can close us out.
Yeah, I wanted to thank Laerton and Ricky in the comments, and also Zeke Neon. I don't know who he is, but Brian, you got any final words?
David Harbour in cargo shorts. I'm just gonna leave it there.
All right. Well, you heard it here. We got an 8 thumbs up out of 10 for Extraction, the new Netflix movie. Go and watch it. We really recommend it. Make sure that when you're watching, you're always watching from a distance. And